That media timeout couldn't have come sooner for Kansas State as they find themselves down 8 through the first 4 minutes of play. 5 on the floor for Kansas State. It'll be Jamar Samuels, Jacob Pullen. Will Spratling checks into the game for the first time today, as well as Wally Judge and Rodney Magruder. For Kansas, it'll be Tyrell Reed, Tyshawn Taylor, Josh Selby, Thomas Robinson, and Markeith Morris. Out from the starting lineup is Marcus Morris, but nevertheless, it'll be Jayhawk ball as Tyshawn Taylor going to bring it across the timeline. He's going to be picked up by Jacob Pullen. Finds Josh Selby. Josh Selby decides to dump it off. Tyrell Reed from the corner gets it, and Tyrell Reed finally on the board.
And out of the timeout, we see Bill Self drawing up a play to get Josh Selby into space, making a play, made the right decision, found the open Reed in the corner, buries the corner three.
All right, here come the Cats. They only have those 2 points by Jacob Pullen here in the early going. He's going to take it. 20 seconds left to go on the shot clock. He's picked up by Tyshawn Taylor. Swings it off to Will Spratling, the freshman out of Overland Park, Kansas. He's been a very good point guard for this Wildcat team here in the early going. Pullen drives middle of the lane, dishes it off to Magruder from 3. Rims in and out, taken and ripped down by Markeith Morris. He'll hand it off to Tyshawn Taylor. Taylor going to take it, picked up by Pullen once again. Up top to Markeith Morris. Markeith dumps it off to Tyrell Reed. A little 3-man weave action. Doesn't have anything. Reed picked up by Spratling. Ball almost tipped away there as it's going to be controlled by Kansas. It'll be Tyshawn Taylor gets it. Right at the charity stripe. Quick skip pass down low from Selby down low to Robinson. They're going to say there's going to be a foul on Wally Judge. That'll be his first personal 15th foul for the Wildcats.
And thus far through this game, we've seen KU make a concerted effort to get the ball down into the paint. We've already seen them pick up a few fouls on the K-State big guys. Good job by Bill Self and the rest of the team executing their game plan. Marcus
Morris checks back in. He has 1 personal foul on the day. Tyrell Reed with the ball top with its 3-point line. And now an entry pass down low to Thomas Robinson. Robinson spin move down low. They're going to say he backed him down. And they're going to say he traveled with it before they could have gotten the charge foul.
We had 2 refs kind of split on the decision right there. The ref nearest to us was going to say that Wally Judge was bringing T-Rob down with him. The other referee who overturned the call said he traveled. It was a pretty smart move, the old pulled the chair out move.
Frank Martin talking to the official Gary Maxwell saying how was that not a foul, but they got the travel right before the charge came. Rodney Magruder going to take it on the left wing. He's picked up by Tyrell Reed. Wally Judge now with the ball top of the key. Going to set a screen for Jacob Pullen, who's now double teamed right at midcourt. Will Spratling will take it on the right wing. Dribbling with the left hand. He's wearing a white and purple sleeve. Quick 3-pointer on the way by Pullen. Can't get it. Battle for the rebound down low. And they're going to say Jamar Samuels pushed off, and he looks furious as right now the Wildcats having a little bit of trouble with the versatility of some of these Kansas bigs.
And not just the Wildcats, the catalyst. Jacob Pullen getting off to a very slow start thus far. 1 for 4 from the field. That one field goal layup right at the basket. He's taken a bunch of jump shots. Can't get anything to go. Thus far, pretty good D by the Jayhawks. We saw that double team earlier in that possession, trying to get him a little bit out of his rhythm.
14-11, Kansas on top. The 6'3 guard from Hoboken, New Jersey, the junior, will bring it up, and Tyshawn Taylor, he dumps it off to Brady Morningstar, who's just checked in for Kansas. Now on the entry pass down to Marcus Morris, a quick spin move. Ball hits every part of the rim before finally going down. Marcus Morris finally on the board. He's got 4.
There's the beauty of Marcus Morris's game right there. A little shimmy, shoulder shake right in the paint. Gets away from his defender, fading away. Nice little jumper, forcing K-State to take their first time out of the half.
And with that, Frank Martin takes his first time out of the half. Frank Martin, 83 and 39 coming into this game. He is the winningest coach in Kansas State history in a 4-year span, although his team this year has not lived up to expectations. Jacob Pullen, the most prolific player, if you want to call him that, in Kansas State history. He needed just 6 points to become the 3rd highest scoring player in K-State history tonight, and he needs less than 15 to become number 2. Can he get that today? He started out slow. I think the crowd, the atmosphere, the tension. Kansas State, a lot of people said they weren't ready for this game. They weren't ready for the atmosphere and what it's going to be. And it showed in the early going. They've looked timid and nervous, and they haven't been able to catch themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen KU actually beating K-State at their own game. We've seen Markeith Morris dominating in the paint. We've seen KU basically getting whatever they want at any time. And we've seen very active hands and fast feet from KU on the defensive side of the ball. K-State better pick it up or this game's not even going to matter by halftime.
So we're going to see Elijah Johnson for the first time for Kansas as Will Spratling going to take it. He's guarded by the Rivals #1 overall recruit, Josh Selby. Jacob Pullen now working on the left wing, almost double teamed as he picked up by Marcus Morris. Tips it off down to Samuels. He's going to take a 3. He can shoot it, can't get it. Curtis Kelly, the UConn transfer, rips down the rebound. Now it'll be Pullen, drives middle of the lane, dumps it off to Samuels down low, has it partially blocked by Robinson. but they're going to say he got him on part of the arm. It'll be Robinson's first personal foul and just the second team foul for Kansas.
There's what Jacob Pullen can do for your team, drawing the double team once again, finding Jamar Samuels right underneath the basket where he's at his best. He likes to shoot the three, but he's not very good at that. After that miss, he's now 6 of 24 from three-point land. I don't know why he spent so much time out by the three-point line.
Samuels, a 61% free throw shooter, gets the first one to fall. Samuels broke into the starting lineup against North Florida. He's the guy who was the Big 12 Sixth Man of the Year last year. He's going to be considered the Sixth Man of the Year this year, but he's since broken into the starting lineup as we now see Wally Judge making his way to the scorer's table. Second one on its way as it rims in. So now it's a 15-4 advantage for Kansas, 11-point lead, 13-18 left to go here in the first half. 5 on the floor for Kansas, Brady Morningstar, Josh Selby, as well as Elijah Johnson, Marcus Morris, and Thomas Robinson. On the inbounds pass, Kansas State going to show a little bit of a press. It'll be taken by Elijah Johnson, 30 on the shot clock. Johnson working against Poland, crossover move, gets him across the timeline. Now Johnson quickly double teamed by Spradling and Poland, kicks off the leg of Judge, quickly gets it to Morningstar, other end of the floor. It'll be Josh Selby trying to work it, hits off his lane. Now it's going to be taken away by Spradling. Spradling quickly ahead to Samuels as he gets it. And oh, they're going to say a charge correction. It was Rodney Magruder who had the ball. He tried to lay it in, and they're going to call a charge on Magruder. That's his first personal.
Again, a little bit of hectic play going on from both teams. We saw Kansas kind of cluster around in their last possession, and K-State doing too much too soon right there with KU doing a good job picking up the charge right there. Both teams really need to settle down. K-State probably a little bit more than KU considering the deficit, but Bill Self probably the next time there's a timeout say, guys, calm down. We're in a good situation right now.
Shane Southwell enters the game. He averages just 1.2 points for this Wildcat squad. As right now Kansas setting up their offense. It'll be Elijah Johnson looking down low, doesn't have anyone. Let's see who they picked up the foul. And I think they got a moving screen maybe on Brady Morningstar.
I'm sorry, Aaron, but there is a fantastic show taking place right in front of us, and that show goes by the name of Frank Martin. If you don't know who Frank Martin is, just Google him, just YouTube the guy. He's a very fiery, passionate guy, and that's what I'll leave it at.
Frank Martin and Bill Self both wearing sneakers for today's game in support of the coaches' breast cancer effort. Jacob Poland going to bring it up. He hands it off to Spradling. Spradling guarded by Reed. Dumps down low to Judge. Judge thought about taking a jumper, decides not to. Now trying to work down Marquis. Spin move on the right block. Can't get it. Taken away by Reed. Here comes Reed. He brings it ahead, working in the transition offense. He's going to get a screen by Marquis. Dumps it off, and they're going to say that he got a charge on Reed, who was trying to dump it off in the low block to Elijah Johnson, who's a 40% three-point shooter.
And that was just a good job by Will Spradling right there, reading the situation, sliding into the spot. He knew Tyrell Reed would end up. He was there, drew the charge. And you know what? Sometimes the other team just does their job better than you do.
Let's pause a quick second for station identification. You're listening to the student voice of Kansas Jayhawk basketball, 90.7 KJHK Lawrence. 12:09 left to go in the first period. Kansas sprinted out to a 15-4 advantage. Spradling going to take over the point guard duties for the Wildcats. He's going to be picked up by Selby, working on the right hand, dumps it off. Or correction, he's going to keep it. He had Martavius Irving right there, decided to keep himself on a floater, kisses it off the backboard, gets it to fall. So now it's a 15-6 advantage Jayhawks. Here comes Morningstar. Morningstar had 14 points against Colorado. Finds a streaking Selby. Up and under. Can't get it. Rebound Marcus Morris underneath with the putback. Oh, Marcus with a nice little floater. He gets it to fall. Now to be Kansas State on the other end of the floor. It'll be Spradling quickly ahead to Samuels. Samuels going to dump it off to Southwell, guarded by Morningstar. 25 on the shot clock. Irving dumps out. He's going to be picked up by Tyshawn Taylor. Right now to be Samuels. Almost threw it away. Can't get it now. And a fake shot attempt, doesn't have it. He's going to keep it, trying to back down the bigger Marcus Morris. Pass inside, can't get it. Rebound, Kansas. Now quickly ahead to Selby. Selby in transition. He's got one man to beat on Spradling. Ahead to Morningstar. They're going to call a blocking foul on Will Spradling. And right now, the Kansas State bench begging for their players to show kind of emotion. But you know who doesn't need to be showing emotion? These Kansas fans on the 150th birthday of the state of Kansas joining the United States Union. They're in full force here tonight. Kansas in full force as well. They lead at 17-6. More on the Student Voice when we return from this quick break.